saying this about multiple different people throughout the years in videos, almost as a way to emotionally manipulate them. What would you say to that?
I'm personally hurt that people would think that.
About what? Who cares what people think? If you feel that you didn't do anything wrong, well, guess what, Mr. Sungrand Studios? Nobody cares. I find it so funny that the dude that called everybody babies is the same dude crying about his comment section as to what people think of him. If that's what you think about Nintendo, by all means, stand on it. Nobody cares, bro. The fact that you're that emotionally impacted about what people are saying about you over the internet means that, you know what? When he goes as far to say that I'm not a YouTuber, well, there it is. Because I don't understand how you can be a YouTuber and yet get so upset about people calling you out for these Nintendo videos.
And I don't think I've ever felt personally hurt on YouTube before, but that is something... Oh, shit.
Oh, man, don't tell me about the... What? Is this man crying, bro? Come on, man. He gonna cry in the car, bro. Mr. Coco Melon himself, man. The same dude that called everybody children. Bro, you know what, man? You cannot make this up, man. You cannot come back after this, bro. You was a disgrace to be a man, bro. For real. If you felt that you weren't doing anything wrong, let these people have their assessments about you. I mean, we still got people calling me an Xbox fanboy, even though I got a PS5 controller in my hand. Do you think I care? Do you really think I care about what other people want to view me as? Oh, he an Xbox fanboy. Say what you want. Because I already know it ain't true. Why would I get angry or sad about something that ain't true? Oh, man.
I discuss these topics because I read the comments and there are people that have to deal with this and they've never dealt with it before. And I discuss it because...
Hold on, what? You just said, hold on, what? He just said, hold on. I got to rewind that. Hold on.
Read the comments and there are people that have to deal with it.
Okay, so people that have to deal with it.
And they've never dealt with it before.
Hold on, what? Hold on. I knew I wasn't tripping. You just, hold on, what? Say it again.
I discuss these topics because I read the comments and there are people that have to deal with it.
People that have to deal with this.
And they've never dealt with it.
And they never dealt with it, bro. This man is a bona fide liar, bro. What is you talking about? You're like, people that have to deal with it. And, I talk about it because they haven't dealt with it. Bro, you know what, man? This dude's crashing out, bro. This is crazy.
And I discuss it because... people told me that when I talk about it, it helped them.
Well, there you go. That's the only answer that you need. Who cares what everybody else thinks? So mind you, I don't know what topic he's even bringing up because I personally don't care. But I mean, if that's why you make these videos, then by all means, make it for your audience. It is what it is, bro. Like, I'm going to tell you, I'm not really a huge fan of Smash JT's channel, but at the end of the day, he does carry himself respectable. I've seen him on my channel a few times, and I think I made a video about him, but we talked about it. He's a very respectable dude, and that's it. Just because I'm not a fan of how somebody does their content doesn't necessarily mean because I don't like it, that Smash JT's got to change everything. He just does what works for him. Who cares, bro? Regardless if it's an agreement or disagreement, do what you feel is necessary. If that's what you do and you make people happy, by all means, why do you feel guilty for something like that? Why do you feel guilty? Because you know why? Deep in your heart, you knew what you did was wrong. And that's why you out here crying in this video.
It helped them make their way through it. It helped them understand.
But apparently you didn't help yourself through it because you still crying about it.
Situation. And the message that I'm trying to get out there is don't be afraid. Try to be strong for the people who are suffering. That has been my message. And I am personally hurt that people say that I'm using that to manipulate because I create those videos to support other people and to help them because not everyone is already at a point where they've dealt with watching someone that you love and you care about, someone you grew up with. You watch them waste away into nothing and they no longer get to be the person that they used to be. And you have nothing you can do but watch them suffer. That they used to be, and you have nothing you can do but watch them suffer.
And what do you think we're doing? We're watching you suffer. So, you know what's funny? Out of all the people out here giving advice to everybody else, man, you can learn from your own advice. Because now who's suffering? Now look at how everybody's laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? You went as far to go help everybody else, but you didn't help the most important person in your life, which was you. That's why you act like this, man.
Nothing you can do. And I've been trying to find a way to help in some way.
How can you help any of these people, man? You can give them as much. Let me tell you something, bro, because I used to help a lot of people. You can give as much advice to somebody all you want. At the end of the day, they got to absorb that, take it for themselves, and do something about it. Now I still continue to help people, but at the same time, if they're not reciprocating, you know what I do? I'm done. I move on, bro. I'm not putting my energy into people that don't want to change, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I think we all have done that with it. Now, mine, I don't even know what they're talking about, but I think we've all done that in life, trying to help people, try to see the better aspects of people just because people have done it for me. So you try to give that to others. But I will tell you one thing, bro. Me or whoever else, I don't give my energy to people that don't deserve it, man. There's nobody more important in this life than yourself. And I hope you understand that, man, because at the end of the day, you think that Smash JT's doing this for your best interest. In reality, they all doing it to laugh at you. Now, I don't know his motives, but they laughing at you, bro. So I don't know what you doing. If you really think you was going to make yourself look better out of this situation by jumping on this with Smash JT or anybody else for that reason, all you did was embarrass yourself. Now everybody's looking at you like a crybaby.
To help my family, my friends, and I think if I can find an answer, I want to be able to share that. And that's why I've made videos. And people have told me that they appreciate those videos. So that's why
Well, that's what I would have put. I would have put the comments of the people that enjoy those videos and be like, yo, don't you guys ever say that about me ever again. That's all it took. That's all you had to really stand on. But no, you wanted to go on this tangent and cry, woo-hoo, Mr. Coco Melon. Y'all a bunch of children, having this narcissist mindset in this community just to find out that you was the biggest baby of them all.
I've mentioned it a number of times. And I have had a tough time dealing with a number of people, and it's coming one after the other.
And you shouldn't have a tough time dealing with people. Like I've said before, it's no different than unplugging something out of your electric socket. That's it. You can't turn the vacuum on unless the plug's plugged into it. It's taking that energy away out of the thing that's bothering you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know why you even getting sad about this. Sad about other people. Worry about yourself, bro. I'm going to sit there and tell you as a man, bro, you need to worry about yourself and worry about what you're doing because you're not going to be able to change the world. Like, we live with so many people that think they're doing all these bro, y'all ain't, bro, you're going to sit there, you're going to live your life, you're going to go in the graveyard, and ain't nothing going to change. And guess what? The same things you complain about is going to be, there's going to be new people, they're going to be complaining about the same thing. Oh, woke it, woke it. Instead of Smash JT, it's going to be Smash TJ. And he going to be complaining about the same wokey woke stuff that Smash J. Bro, it's all the same, bro. What do you don't understand? Like, your reality is fake, bro. Man, I'm going to just let him go ahead, bro.
Because a number of my friends are older. They're people that I look up to, people who taught me and mentored me.
What? And ain't that what your father's for?
It just sucks that it all kind of happens all at the same time. Mm-hmm. And their deaths, I want to show people that when let it make you angry or bitter.
Well, that's exactly what you did.
You let it make you into a more understanding and a compassionate.
It didn't empower you, though. You could tell that it's completely impacted you because you was taking on the energy of the pain and sorrow that these people had in other people's lives, and it impacted you. You know what I mean? Clearly, it's pretty obvious to me. And I'm going to sit there and tell you shouldn't have to do that, man. You should live yourself as your own man, bro, and God's going to judge you based off what you do. Nobody else. So I don't know why you worried about other people besides your own family. You know what I mean? The people that you really should be worried about. I don't get it, man. I do think that he's a genuine person. I think he does have a good heart. But I'm saying and telling you, man, understand which planet you living on, man. You know what I mean? Look who God sent here, and you dealing with a bunch of sinners. You're dealing with a bunch of evil people. I'm just telling him the facts, man. The only reason why I know when somebody's not evil, when you can look back and subject yourself and be like, you know what I used to do was wrong. When you can sit there and reflect off your own things and what you used to do to try to better yourself without having to paint another person as the villain, that's how you improve in life, okay? If you can't sit there and do that, then guess what? You're not improving. You're still the same person you woke up 10 years ago that you are now because you can't reflect and subject yourself to your own criticism. Do you get what I'm saying? But hey, to each their own.
But that being the case, you have the ability as a developer, as an indie developer, to break through.
He ain't got no breakthrough, Smash JT. Stop lying to the man. Have you seen his garbage games? Ain't nobody want to play that trash. And it's just me being honest, man. This is just coming from a gamer's perspective. Bro, ain't nobody want to play that, man. You know, I'm just saying.
With your own creations. Like, you look at a game like Schedule 1.
Yeah, but you were comparing somebody that's talented to some... You're comparing somebody that's talented to a person that's untalented. Come on, Smash. What are you doing? What is he doing, bro?
No game developer, single dude, makes his own game.
Yeah, but you know,
goes crazy bananas. Everyone's playing it, and
but no. Why is this dude nodding his head in agreement? But bro, but nobody's playing his Smash. Stop giving this man false hope, y'all. I told you, bro. That's the problem with this world. Ain't nobody realistic. That's why I try to be authentic, dog. Ain't nobody want to play this man's crap. Come on, man.
Didn't have to break trends or pretend to be someone he's not. He was able just to do it on his own. So that should be inspirational to you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the making games part. I'm talking about getting into meetings and doing speeches.
Oh, you ain't getting in no meeting with that trash.
And presentations. And that's why I needed to look more.
You might as well set up a booth at PAX or something. And they still wouldn't play it.
Online. That's why I was trying to get everyone upset and making hate content about me. Because previously there was only hate content coming from one side.
But you shouldn't have to, hold on. But you shouldn't have to do that to get that. Now, mind you, if I get hate content and somebody don't like what I'm doing, that's based off how I feel, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a little bit that was South of Midnight, and like I said, to each their own. I still enjoy the game. That's not me having to lie or propagate some fake drama or fake hate to get people to hate me. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is why people think you're very disingenuous in what you was doing in your videos. And rightfully so. That's why people was calling you out for it.
Of the conversation. If there's people angry at me from both sides and they look online, they say, oh, okay, both sides are angry at him. He must be, he must not be biased towards one or the other.
What are you talking about, man? Now, mind you, I could talk bad or poorly about any company, okay? I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. This is why people latched on to you, because they seen a weak individual that they feel like they can bully, take advantage. And, you're the butt of everybody's joke now at this point. And that's because of your own choosing, because you couldn't stand on what you felt, bro. You wanted to go back on these Nintendo, I don't know what they're talking about, but the whole Nintendo or the criticisms that people had on you because you wasn't willing enough to fight back. This whole mindset, I'm a masculine man, I ain't no baby, I don't watch no Cocomelon crap, clearly blew up in your face, and now you're like, oh, but hey, I don't know why, I'm hurt. These are the things that you was establishing. These are the things that you was saying throughout your videos. You get what I'm saying? And now you mad because people calling it out?
That was my thought process.
Wow.
Do you have any ideas as far as where you take your channel tomorrow?
I'm just going to let it sit.
Just do what you want. It is your channel. If you want to make gaming, if you want to do gameplay videos, unboxing, you ain't got to explain yourself to nobody. Okay? I'm sitting there telling you ain't got to explain yourself to nobody. You do what you want. If one day I just wanted to say, I'm done making videos on it, I just want to upload some gameplay. I do what I want. Hey, games, I don't like it. Well, you wait for the videos that do come that you do like. Well, I'm unsubscribing. Well, okay, unsubscribe. That's fine. I don't care. See, the problem is the fact that you're like, I wanted people to unsubscribe, but you're doing things that I guess he thought that people didn't like that was going to cause them. And unfortunately, it just backfired. Because now what people are doing to you, you became a locale at this point. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody want to be that.
People are burned out. Mm-hmm. But I was serious with the direction I want to take it. And that's just making whatever is fun. like I said, the vast majority of my videos that I've been making over the past few months, they've just been dumb, funny jokes, and I just want to give people just a little bit of positivity for their day. That's really what I want.
I wasn't peeping none of that, man. You talk crap about the Concord developers, South of Midnight. Now, mind you, if you say you carry yourself with the utmost positivity, you would try to find at least some positive things, even in the things that people dislike. Even I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't even remotely do that. You called everybody babies, entitled. Y'all don't know nothing about gaming, and Nintendo ain't doing nothing wrong. Now, mind you, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about all the other stuff that Smash JT brought up. I'm talking about mostly in regards to what he was doing with Nintendo, with the damage controlling and capping. Bro, these are the things that you did yourself, man.
Whether it's talking about a cool retro console or there's a sale on this game engine.
Why are you explaining that, bro? None of this needs to be explained. Like, none of this.
Really good and easy to jump into. I just wanted to make cool, positive stuff for people. That's what I want to focus on with my channel. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, if we had all the right answers, we'd all be successful billionaires and the world would be a utopia. Like, you live and learn. Some people make...
Yeah, but also to Smash JT, I mean, you could be a billionaire and still not be happy. See, that is what successful is based off how you feel, bro. That's how I look at success, man. I don't care if you sitting there eating ravioli cans for the rest of your life. If you got high self-esteem for yourself and you don't put yourself down and you walk outside with the most utmost respect for yourself and the others that you live around, then that is successful to me. Okay? I don't understand why people want to change. I'm not really speaking. I'm just saying because I've heard people say this all the time and they base success off how much money you have. You know what I mean? And I don't see it that way because you could still be depressed. Matter of fact, there's been quite a few people on YouTube, not to get in detail, that were very successful. And look what happened to them without even mentioning names. So success clearly don't mean happiness. So let's cut that crap out right now.
The right decisions. Sometimes people get lucky and sometimes random things happen. So I guess...
Yeah, but that don't mean mentally you're up. That doesn't mean you're mentally up here though. Okay? See, I mean, I don't know if he's just speaking in regards to him, but I'm just letting y'all know from my perspective that's never true happiness. Because happiness is within. Okay? At the end of the day, once you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter what anything else around you bothers you. Do you get what I'm saying? You get what I feel like what y'all do, like I'm not saying specifically, when I talk, I speak in general. I'm saying like you guys use these electronics and the things, this fanboy antics as a distraction because of how miserable your lives are. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you use, I got a bunch of money in my account. It's a distraction to you. I could go there and do this, you know, but you could still equally be bothered, no different than the next person because you're not happy with yourself.
Leave it at this, man. First off, just want to say thank you so much for coming on.
Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. All I know is Sungrand Studios is down in the ground. the man, I don't know what to say anymore. But I like I said, hopefully, you know, he enjoys doing his positive content. But I do find it quite funny that the same dude that called everybody babies was the same one crying in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, take care. Peace out.